And what's even more important to understand, people really look at it and they say like, "Oh, these kids are making so much money," but bruh, they're only getting 22% of what the school is actually bringing in. That's small. So the school and the NCAA is splitting 75% of what the school is bringing in from these sports. That's insane. So
it's $1 billion industry.
imagine exactly how much money is actually going into this stuff, and not just now, but how much money has been going into this, industry. It's two sides of controversy. It could be good or it could be bad. Or a person like Colin Kaepernick, controversy was not good for him. Before a person like Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, controversy was actually beneficial to them. But that's because the media narrative around them was positive, chose to be positive rather than be negative. That shit crazy.
I'm like, how you gonna be the face for a weight loss commercial and Buffalo Wild Wings at the same time?
Hey, that boy
you can't do that. Now you telling people you can do both, and that's not the case.
When we talk about NBA viewership being down and they're discussing just the whole like, should we lower the amount of games and all of this other shit. Players learning how to get fouled and players flopping, players going to super team, all that stuff. That's LeBron. That's the culture LeBron started. So because of that alone, I got to cut.
Do you think the bad officiating too?
Is it bad officiating, or is it that they've learned the rules and so now they practice within the rules so that they can take advantage of the rules that started from LeBron?
Welcome back to another episode of Asking the Right Questions with Haley
and Mario.
And today I'm very excited because this is our first sports episode where we'll be talking about NIL and player power. First, we always start an episode with the icebreaker, which is something light and fun. But Mario, before we start with the icebreaker, I do want you to let the people know what you got going on.
I got you. So I just wrote a book. It's a poetry book. It's called Through the Eyes of Adolescence. So, really it's just about anybody that's grown up, that's ever went through anything as a child, and it's not necessarily trauma, it's everything. Really just seeing life through the lens of a child. And then it's also for kids that's actually going through, just life in general and kind of just putting a name to what you're going through. So check it out. It's called Through the Eyes of Adolescence. The official launch date is May 30th, but pre-sale is available. So just check out the website. Everything will be in the link and in the description below. But, fuck with me. So
yeah, y'all go support my man book. But yeah, let's get into the icebreaker. First icebreaker today is blind ranking. So most people know, or most of us know what blind ranking is, but for the ones who don't, I'm going to tell Demario a topic. He ranks it from most to least without knowing what comes next. So this should be something fun. He'll do the same thing for me. And then play the game with us. Once you figure out all 5, all 6, 7, 8,
9, 10, 11, 12. No, I'm just go ahead.
Of the, answers or the rank, different, whatever. Figure out what would you rank them if it wasn't blind. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So the first one is blind rank these athlete qualities that you think is more important, the most important to be successful in a sport.
Okay.
So most important to be successful in a sport to least.
All right, say that in like 2 sentences because that's a little lot for me. My brain kind of
That was 2 sentences.
Damn, what'd you say?
I said, okay. So we're doing
blind ranking what?
Okay. What do you think is more important to be successful in a sport?
Okay, I got you.
Maybe most to least.
Okay.
We got 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1 is most, 5 is least. Got
yes.
You. I'm there, bro. I'm there. I got you.
The first one is clutch factor.
Is most required to be successful in sports?
From 1 through 5, the most important to be successful in sport.
I give it a 3.
Okay. So clutch factor is 3.
Yeah, it matters, but it's not the most important.
Leadership.
I give it a 4.
A 4?
Yeah,
Okay.
because if you somebody like a center, you don't have to have the ball, which I think, most sports nowadays kind of breed scorers to have the ball nowadays when like this nigga's a big man. Like he's not a fucking point guard, but okay. So
Athleticism.
I give it a 5. You don't really see that nowadays.
Okay.
Nah, out of your
Athleticism?
Nikola Joke, however you say his name, he's athletic.
The Joker? That's what I just
Is he fucking athletic? Like
He's not athletic, but I mean, he the only one.
SGA, is he really athletic?
Yeah,
when I say athletic, I'm thinking like, Michael Jordan, obviously. Or even like your
Ant.
Yeah, your ants and like, what's the guy name? He was like a big dunker back in the 2000s.
Vince Carter.
Vince Carter, like that's athletic. I don't like.
Oh, like okay.
These guys nowadays, like obviously, like bro, you're in the NBA.
They're more like fundamentally sound than athletic.
Right, like I'm not saying you're not athletic, but that's not what I think of when I think of athletic. So
okay, understood. Let's see. IQ. And this is not just basketball.
Right.
This is successful in any sport. So like.
Yeah, I think IQ is
because you don't need to be athletic in baseball. I believe you can be, but like some of them baseball players not in the best shape.
Yeah, that's true. As long as you can hit the. Well, I don't know baseball, so I ain't even gonna say too much. But I
mean, okay, some aspects of baseball you do need to be athletic to jump and get the ball, to run to the bases, all that. But if you look at a sport like football, basketball, soccer, where you need to be in tip-top shape, track, tennis, where you're like running consistently. Baseball, you hit the ball. As long as you make it to the base, you good.
Honestly, we got paraplegic Olympics nowadays. You really don't need to be athletic. So
that's a little insensitive.
Really?
Yes.
That was for educational purposes only.
No, that's insensitive because they're still athletic. Like a lot of people.
No, I'm not saying they're not, but I'm saying like people in wheelchairs and stuff like they're not athletic, but they still play. Like they're still good. They're still athletes, right? Like, but when you think of athleticism, that's just not what you think of.
They're still like I feel like you have to.
Can they jump?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, okay. They can't jump, but like they still have to have good hand-eye coordination.
That's not athleticism, but I got you. Yeah, that's.
I feel like that is a part of. Well, I don't know. Okay, last one. That's actually crazy work. You finna get canceled.
Don't say that.
Cause why would you say that? Talk about people.
All right, what's the last one? Man?
Okay,
let's just move on.
Work ethic.
I already gave it number 1. IQ was number 1. Work ethic is definitely number 2.
Okay.
Dang, I did good for blind ranking.
So you said IQ, work ethic, clutch factor, leadership, athleticism.
For sure. Hey, I don't think you can argue with that.
Mm-mm.
You can't.
I would put work ethic number 1.
No, because talent beats work ethic most of the time. That's what Dawn Staley said. She said we didn't get beat by work. We got beat by talent. We got out-talented or whatever the fuck she said. That's what she said.
I thought it was like heart.
So you
over
like a LeBron James starts somewhere like at a different level than an average person, but then he has to work too. So that work takes the talent even further.
You lost me, but okay.
I'm dragging
your turn. Your turn.
All right. So for me, you got a blind rank. Who benefits the most from the chaos? And we kind of talked about it in episode 1, but I just kind of wanted to just go back to it a little bit.
Oh, so we going away from sports now?
No, like this is tailored to sports.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Okay.
This ain't. I just said episode 1, but it wasn't episode 1. But so the first one you got the networks.
Networks.
Yeah. Like ESPN. Yeah, exactly. Sports Center, all of that.
Sports Center is a show on ESPN. Yeah. Like
these
ESPN, like NBC, Peacock, Prime,
Disney Plus, all of these.
Yeah, Disney Plus and ESPN is the same thing because they're like.
They got
because you can go on you can go on ESPN on Disney Plus.
I got you.
Yeah.
What's the rate?
Networks.
Yeah.
And they cause chaos.
Who benefits the most from chaos?
From chaos?
Do you know what I mean when I say chaos?
Yeah.
Okay.
Networks? 5.
Okay. The league.
Oh, 2.
Okay. You're playing it safe. The coaches.
The coaches,
Yeah.
4.
Okay. The brands.
The brands, 3.
The players.
Mm.
Mm.
1. I mean, that's all I got left.
Of course, but do you not like knowing hindsight? Would you keep that?
Yeah, I would only switch 2 and 1. I would put league at 1, 2 at 2 players.
Okay.
3 was what?
Networks.
No, I put networks at 5. I put coaches at 4. What was 3?
Brands.
Oh, I don't know what I put. I know I put shit.
They know. I
don't know what I put at 3, 4, 5, but I honestly wouldn't change. Like 3, 4, and 5 is interchangeable to me.
You think players? Well, they might. Players benefit more from chaos.
Yes, Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark.
More
all
than
that
the brands
chaos
that actually like that paying them people though.
Yes.
Okay.
Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark have a big following from
That's
all
true.
that chaos.
I get what you're saying.
That happened.
That's true. I got you.
And like that benefited them the most because honestly, if that never happened, they probably
wouldn't be known.
Wouldn't be known
by the greater mass of people. They wouldn't be known.
Yeah, and like all that drama, like now they got brand labels,
exactly.
Like other businesses, podcasts. They're being invited to award shows and stuff. So like, I think the players benefit. Well, I said I would switch because the league benefited as well, like women's basketball in the NCAA and the WNBA.
Yeah.
So that's why I put leagues first. I would switch it to leagues first, but honestly, now thinking about it, players is not a bad number 1. What?
I got you. Yeah. I mean, it depends, I guess.
Yeah. I think, actually, now thinking about it, I think players is a good number 1.
It's arguable.
Because, like, I don't think so. Because now all the light is on you. If you are like a part of the chaos, because people like messy. Society is messy as a general.
I agree, actually.
In general,
when you put it that way, I agree.
Society is messy. Like if Caitlin Clark,
right.
Well, not even Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese,
No, but that was a good example. They benefited the most from that chaos.
And even though they most likely they don't even hate each other for real.
Obviously,
it's it's just the narrative that. All the chaos during that March Madness, playoff or whatever you call it. That's what, caused the chaos. And I think they benefited from it.
People love stories.
But also if Caitlin Clark says something, they gonna instigate that shit and be like, oh, this is about Angel Reese. And then Angel Reese say something, they gonna instigate that shit.
Yeah. The You Can't See Me shit that they did.
Well, no, not like that, but I mean, that's just an example. I'm that didn't really happen for real, but
but they still push that narrative
because we don't really have in the NBA, you don't really have that a Bird versus Magic type thing. You know what I'm saying?
Not today. No.
You don't got that today, so that's the best. That's the best example I have.
Not even in the WNBA, you don't have that.
Yeah, not really. You
got it in college though.
Not no more. I feel like the biggest one was Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. After that shit,
LSU and Gamecocks. Definitely. Or even just Texas and Gamecocks.
I feel like the fan bases do that. I ain't really for me as a South Carolina Gamecock fan,
until you hear what the coaches be saying though. Them coaches they be on that shit too.
Monkey, yes. Kim Monkey and Staley, Coach Don Staley.
Yes.
Bro, I feel like it's the narrative that's being pushed though.
Right, but they feed into it though. You saw what
they don't feed
what
into
sweater
that
did Don Staley wear to that game, that LSU game, the first time they played during the season?
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
You
they feed into that shit too.
Yeah, the boo.
Exactly.
Yeah. You right. I'll give you that.
You with me when I'm right.
Yeah, I'm with you when you're right.
But the next one is
my turn.
Oh, it's on you?
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Blind rank these things that affect winning.
Oh, we still blind ranking?
Yes.
Dang, I only got one.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Shit.
Well, I'll give you 2 more because I got a lot. I had I have a lot.
That's insane.
But so blind rank these things that affect winning from most to least.
Okay.
I I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Mm.
7 things to rank.
Brother.
So it's 1 through 7. And I'll keep track. Coaching.
At what level?
Coaching.
I said 2.
I mean, coaching don't really change at the level. If you a good coach,
It
you a good
does,
coach.
though.
I feel like the same way you coach a 5-year-old should be the same way you coach a 25-year-old.
I feel
Shit
like-
ain't finna change.
I feel like NBA coaches has less autonomy over like how they coach compared to collegiate levels. And I think we've seen that because like Dawn Staley, she rotates her players and her starters are not always the same starters. It depends on who they're playing. You don't really see that. Like you might, but you don't really see that in the NBA.
You do.
It's who gets paid the most and who's like who they're paying. That's who's gonna get the most play time a lot of times.
Okay, I understand. Like, if a player going in the slump, they gonna still, like, if LeBron
Exactly.
start averaging, like, 5 points a game, they not
LeBron's
benching.
subbing himself in. And
They
subbing
not
himself
benching
out.
fucking
Like,
LeBron.
You
yeah.
will never see that from a coach.
Okay, so what you said coaching was?
2.
2? Okay. I'm keeping track because this is a
okay.
lot. Star players.
Yeah, you got 8. That is crazy. Star
7.
players? How much do star players impact?
Winning.
Winning? 4.
Like, if you got a Curry, a Kevin Durant, a Draymond Green, Klay Thompson on your team, a LeBron James, a Kyrie,
Dang.
a J.R. Smith, Kevin
I give it
Love.
a 3. I give it a 3. I wish I would have put coaching lower. Now that I know that I had 8, I was thinking 5. I don't know why.
Okay.
I give it a 3.
Depth.
Can you give me the definition, please?
Of depth?
Give me what the fuck you mean by that?
Like, you have a lot of players to fall on. Like, your roster is
That's
deep.
one. That's one. We've seen that at South Carolina.
Like, South Carolina has
We
a
have
deep
depth,
roster. LSU has a deep, or had a deep roster.
Yeah. I'ma give it a
UCLA
1.
had a deep roster.
1.
Okay.
When LeBron want to sub himself out, you gotta what's your boy name with the R? You know my brain work a little off sometimes.
Who? On the Lakers?
White boy.
Oh, Austin Reeves?
Reeves, yeah.
He out.
Yeah, he out right now, but I'm saying like when he want to sub himself out, you got to Austin.
He a
Reeves.
starter though.
You got a Luka Doncic.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That
I mean, the Lakers.
you got a
ain't-
Bronny James.
No, I ain't gonna. Bronny actually got better. I ain't gonna hate. Bronny.
Is it he got better or are they using them chips they got in that basketball?
All right, bro.
That's what
Bronny
TikTok
did
said,
get
though.
better though.
TikTok say that, bro.
Man,
TikTok say they got
TikTok-
the little chips in the basketball where like it tells it if they wanted to go in or wanted to go out.
They be on bullshit.
I don't know, bro.
How they gonna put a chip in the basketball
Easy.
and it connect to the rim? I'm guessing.
Yeah. Oh, how
So
it-
what? So
Man,
what
I
happens?
ain't know.
So what happens if the basketball have a technical difficulty? Now niggas playing for real.
Now
then.
they playing for real.
Oh, okay.
That's when you see a LeBron really going to the refs now,
Okay.
and then you see them do they call like 30 free throws or 30 fouls in one game. Like
No, that was crazy because I was looking at the
ain't always
game.
working.
This nigga Braun gone up to the rim for a layup. Nigga ain't really get touched.
At all.
The ref ain't saying nothing. That man waved his hand and
Yeah,
they call that shit. I
exactly.
say, yo, that is fucking
Exactly.
crazy.
Exactly.
Okay. Next one is chemistry.
Oh man, that's all good ones. Did I already say a 4?
No, you didn't say 4.
That's 4. These are really good ones.
Thank you. Fifth one is health.
5. Like, bruh. I don't got nowhere else to put it.
You got 6 and 7, just to let you know. 6, 7.
6, 7.
My little cousin.
Yeah,
He said,
got your ass
he
for
said,
that.
what's the score? 6, 7?
6, 7.
6, 7. Oh, my Lord. Okay, whatever. Preparation.
6,
Really? You not even taking consideration?
7.
Well, no.
What's my options? I don't know.
It's blind ranking.
I don't know what my other
So
numbers are.
6
You
and
said
7.
Oh, that's it?
Yes.
Preparation. 6. That's the only shit I got.
You got 6 and 7. But you like
I'm gonna go 7 because I feel like you giving me a support.
I'm not giving you nothing.
7.
Because I feel like this last one shouldn't be 7.
7. I'm gonna go.
I
7.
mean, it shouldn't be 6.
What's the last one?
Okay. So you're going to put preparation at 7?
I'm gonna put it at 6. Go ahead.
Experience is 7.
7.
So you got things that affect winning from most to least. You put depth, you put coaching, then star players, then chemistry, then health, then preparation, then experience.
The only ones I might change is just like health and chemistry. Everything else, like
you can put experience last.
I don't really think it matters that much because when you look at, what's my boy at Washington Commanders?
Jaden Daniels.
That boy was a rookie. Experience didn't matter, and nobody on the Commanders ever went to like as far as he took them, right? And so like, experience matters in a sense, but it really doesn't matter. Like you come to play, and that's really what it's all about.
Okay.
Which we've seen that with UCLA, they won their first one and they dominated.
Yeah.
So like experience don't really matter.
You ate. All right. That was actually a good point. All right, last one for blind rankings.
Another one?
Cause you ain't got no more.
I feel like we in DJ Cali right now.
I got a grievance. I got a heavy grievance. Grievance. Yeah.
I'm here for you.
Yeah.
Hey, you finished my Austin Reeves. I got your grievances.
With DJ Khaled.
What happened?
Because, bruh, this man on the Wegovy commercial. One of the pills, the new pills that came out.
I thought that was like...
For a GLP-1.
Yeah, I thought that was like beef or something. Wagyu or some shit.
No, Wegovy.
Okay.
The drug for weight loss.
I picked it up.
He was on there talking about, he was talking about, I lost this much weight. Like, Wegovy, get it.
Does he look like he lost weight?
Not at all.
Damn. Hey, that nigga stay on the commercial looking the same.
Then, no, this is the grievance though, bro.
They just take fat motherfuckers and put them on a commercial.
Now, Charles Barkley, he was on...
he definitely lost weight.
He lost weight. He did lose weight. And that's why I'm like, okay, he wasn't on Wegovy. I think he was like on Row.
Oh.
And that's like the website for all the GLP ones. But going back to DJ Khaled, because he was on the Wegovy commercial for weight loss, he pissed me off bad. Because I was watching TV, like, you know how you watch... I was watching HBO.
Yeah.
And like, you know how you got the ads or whatever. Why he on a Buffalo Wild Wings commercial? Talk about bottomless appetizers. Nigga.
Like, nigga, we see why you ain't losing weight.
Like, you on the medicine for no fucking... Talk about another one.
Hey.
Like,
hey.
Bruh.
Nigga
like,
eat a chicken wing.
Yeah.
Another one.
No, it was like the appetizer onion rings, another one. Mozzarella sticks, another one. Boneless wings, another one. And I'm like, nigga, like, no, dead ass. Because the show like an hour long. So like on the first ad break,
it was Wagyu or Wagyu, whatever.
Wegovy. It was Wegovy.
Yeah.
And he talked about, oh yeah, I'm losing weight. And I just looked like, nigga, you been looking the same. You always say
30 minutes later into the third commercial, another one.
Another one. Talk about, I'm like.
That shit crazy.
I'm like, how you gonna be the face for a weight loss commercial and Buffalo Wild Wings at the same time?
Hey, that boy.
You can't do that. Now you telling people you can do both, and that's not the case. But going back, that was definitely off topic. I don't even know how we got on that.
Me neither.
But
another one.
Yes, this is the last one because I think this one is good. Wait, damn. Oh, okay. I actually had two good ones, but whatever. Okay. Blind rank these things that ruin sports the most. You ready? Ruin sports the most to least. Ruin 5.
All right. Oh, you want that shit back?
Because I might need it when you're talking. So the first one is bad officiating.
Hold on. The question was ruin
sports the most to least.
That's
one is most to least. I mean, not to least. One is most.
Right.
5 is least.
2. That's a 2. I want to say a 1, but I want to know what else you got. So I'm gonna give it a 2 because that shit piss you off.
Okay. Injuries.
5.
5?
Yeah.
Okay. Rigged feeling narratives or media narratives. Like it feeling rigged.
That's a 1, bro.
1?
Yeah.
Okay. Sports betting / gambling.
4.
4?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 4.
Oh, because you don't know the last one.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Politics. Oh, God,
Yeah,
please.
you fucked that up.
Yeah, I did. Because, like, I even been reading the thing.
Hey, them boy gonna be like, hey, this nigga can't remember words and she can't pronounce them. That ain't no good
She can't read.
mix.
Yeah, no. I don't even know why I said that, bro.
Politics. Got you.
No, that's crazy. You know the word, cause like I don't even try to read. Like, bruh, I ain't gonna lie. All right, whatever. Politics and sports coverage.
4.
You already said 4. You already said 4.
3.
Okay, so you got 1, rigged feeling narratives. 2, bad officiating. 3, politics and sports coverage. Sports coverage.
When you say politics and sports, you mean like LeBron talking about like Trump or some shit?
Yeah, like the thing like
I probably swapped that to a 4. I don't think that shit matters to be honest.
Or like Kyrie when he said what he said, even though like them bringing shit that don't matter. Like
I probably
if
say that's
Kyrie
a 5.
can say like honestly, Kyrie could have said whatever he wanted. That shouldn't have. Like
it's 2 sides to the coin though. It's a business at the same time.
And then like what LeBron said.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
I give it a 5 personally.
Okay, so
and
you
bump
had
everything back up.
And you would put injuries at 4?
Yeah.
And sports betting at 3?
Yeah.
And then keep 1 and 2 the same?
Yeah.
Or would you put bad officiating at 1?
No.
Oh.
Like I'm cool with officiating as long as it's fair, but like when that shit start feeling like it's rigged, I'm gonna turn that shit off, bro.
But I feel like at least you, well,
you said
your
at least
little
clearly you know something about
conspiracy of a chip being in the ball.
Yeah, I mean it's rigged. Yeah, so like
you think they only do that for basketball?
I mean, shit, they got flat footballs too.
Because you can't do that in football. You can't tell the chip to fall out the nigga's hand.
Yeah, but I mean, they said Tom Brady cheats somehow, so hey,
I mean, okay,
it's possible.
Well, that was the last one.
They might got a chip in baseball too. Shit, I don't know.
I don't know. Cause how would that work? Would the ball slow down? Like that would be easy to see.
I don't know. I feel like it's only in sports when niggas playing. I ain't gonna lie. They can't give us everything. We gonna riot.
Well, to the next topic, we're doing start, bench, cut. Most of us are familiar with it. For those who are not, start is something you would definitely keep. Bench is something you would keep, but still unsure about. Cut, you don't need it. Okay, first one, big conversation. Because you can tie so many things into it, right? Start, bench, cut. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bean Bryant, or LeBron James. Start, bench, cut. Not or LeBron James, but, and
I'm
LeBron.
cutting LeBron instantly. Benching Kobe, starting Michael Jordan.
Can we get an explanation?
Michael Jordan is the best basketball player of all time. Hands down.
But why are you cutting LeBron instantly? Like, why are we not even giving it a little piece of thought?
Because it's not even a hard conversation. LeBron is, like, he's one of the greatest players to ever play. Mm-hmm. But he ain't better than Kobe Bean Bryant. Like, most people, when they die, they get better. But that wasn't Kobe. Like, this nigga was better before, like, since 97. Like,
because LeBron... people who bow down to LeBron, they finna not like this.
Also, you got to think too, man, like the way the NBA is currently is because of LeBron. When we talk about NBA viewership being down and they're discussing just the whole like, should we lower the amount of games and all of this other shit. Mm-hmm. Players learning how to get fouled and players flopping, players going to super team, all that stuff. That's LeBron. That's the culture LeBron started. So because of that alone, I got to cut.
Do you think the bad officiating too?
Is it bad officiating or is it that they've learned the rules and so now they practice within the rules so that they can take advantage of the rules that started from LeBron?
Because the fact that you said that, like, I kind of agree a little bit with what you're saying. Yeah. Because mine would be a little bit different.
You benching LeBron and cutting Kobe, huh?
Yeah. Even though I'm a Kobe fan, I gotta be a realist.
Do you not remember what was it, 2009 Olympics? Was it 2009? Or 2006.
2008. It always in 4-year intervals.
Yeah, I know I was off a little bit.
2009 is crazy.
I got my master's though, so I ain't that slow.
Just because you have your master's doesn't mean you can count in intervals of 4.
I know. I just had to throw something out there because I'm feeling a little slow.
Shit, I said politics, and I got a fucking doctorate.
But yeah,
so
like
that don't mean
2008 Olympics, right? They won because of Kobe. Like they lost. What was it in 2004? The year before they played, it was LeBron, Wade, Carmelo.
Oh, the
Bosh.
redemption team.
It was all of these players, and they all lost.
Oh, the year before the Olympics before.
Kobe came on that
when
team.
Was that? 2004?
I don't know.
Because they lost. It was like something in the documentary, right?
I don't know.
I was watching, and it was like,
it might have not been like the year.
It was like the FIBA tournament or something like that.
It might have been like the tournaments leading up to the Olympics, and then they got Kobe. Because I don't think it was like 4 years before. And
but they lost. No, but they did. I think
they did lose one, and then
they did lose the Olympics too, because they got like bronze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why.
And then they was like, oh, they need to add.
So it's like
Kobe.
Maybe these guys playing in the NBA and they got leverage in the NBA, but then when they play overseas, they don't know how to play.
Because it is rough, it's a different game of basketball.
It's basketball that you grew up on though. It's that 21, I wouldn't even say 21 style, but that's like hardcore basketball. NBA, especially like with LeBron, that shit's like foul culture, flop culture. Like,
cause like the Olympics, it is a different style of basketball. Yeah, it's not the same. Like even the rules are different.
Yeah.
Cause like it's a lot of things like, cause I don't think it's no such thing as and people can fact check me cause I'm not sure, but it's like a rule that in the Olympics there's no such thing as goaltending, I believe.
Oh wow.
I don't know if that's right.
I don't know about that
but
one.
it's something because I saw it because Wemby did something.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And they didn't call it. And like LeBron was about to say something. Of course. But then it was like, he went back because he's like, oh shit, I'm at the Olympics.
But of course.
But maybe it wasn't that. I couldn't remember.
And I'm not even knocking him because I ain't mad at it. Because like, of course, like, bro, once you conquered a sport, for him, it's like, bro, I've done everything. I've gotten to the best of my ability. What's next? Now it's just taking advantage of the rules. That's it.
I do feel like.
So I ain't knocking it, but that mindset has shifted to the rest of the players who haven't, reached the top of their abilities and showcased their talent as much. And they just, taking the easy route and just flopping or trying to get fouls. And that's just.
Yeah, like people are literally like in training sessions now trying to like. Oh, do this. Whereas like with Michael Jordan and Kobe, they fade away from the contact. Now everybody like, that's why you have SGA goofy at like SGA can hoop. Okay.
And if you make it to the league, you can hoop.
Yeah. Period. Like SGA can actually hoop. Like he be doing that goofy ass shit, bro. Like nobody want to see that shit. Like nigga, we know you can hoop. Go out there. Like, go out there, and sometimes he do, though.
He does.
Sometimes he do some amazing shit.
That's how we know
it's
possible. That's
it's
why, like,
possible, but then you just be doing that goofy-ass shit. Like, bro, like, because I ain't going to, like, hate off of any player, because all players are good that make it. Like,
of course.
NBA, G League, whatever. Overseas, you're considered good.
Right.
But SGA, you really could, like, he could really be great. But
I wouldn't go that far, but he's a good player.
I mean, right now, I feel like the player with the most potential to be great in the NBA right now is Wemby and Anthony Edwards.
I disagree. I feel like they're getting the most media attention, but like I would not put them over like what's your boy at New York?
Jalen Brunson, old ass,
cutting the fuck up. No matter how old he is, that boy cutting their young ass.
That nigga been in the league. I mean, he is
but he cutting up though.
He is.
So that's what I'm saying. Like
he be cutting up, but like.
You don't think he consistent?
No, he consistent. Oh. I feel like he just don't. I don't know.
And they got a good team. They got a good squad over there too.
They got a good squad, but the Spurs got a good squad too.
The Spurs do, and they play traditional basketball, so I like that. But Wemby got hurt the other night, got a concussion, and I didn't like the way he fell. He looked like
How you ain't gonna like the way somebody fall?
Cause how you fall?
How you control the way you fall? You want somebody to
Cause
fall?
he fell in slow motion and just like hit his head, and I'm like, bro, you ain't
That
even
man
thought
is
to
7.
put your hand up.
That man is almost 8 feet.
But remember, we was talking about it. He moves like a giant. Like that boy, like
He
slow.
is a giant. That is that's unnormal to be that tall.
That junk is wild, bro.
That is not normal. Yes, he is a giant.
But like, even when we going back to culture, right?
That man said, talk about, I don't like the way he fall. You want the nigga to fall sexy or something? Like, what the
It
hell?
ain't about that. It's about like, bro, that shit look like you could have saved yourself.
He's big. Like, he's tall.
I get it.
And the way, and that shit was scary because that nigga went to sleep for like 3 seconds.
But even that though, like even the way he went to sleep, it's like he put his head in his hand first and then went to sleep. So it's like, are you faking, bro? Like
no, because Demario, let's be real now.
Hey.
You play football, you know how it feel. You try to get your ass up after that tackle, then your ass go back down. Like
I didn't
do that.
Went back down. I just went down.
No, I'm not
like,
saying you, but like I mean, you have gotten tackled in football.
Of course.
Yeah, like everybody gets tackled, but you know sometimes when you get the win, you know, knocked out of you, you think you can get up, and then your ass like, oh shit, and you go back down. That's what he was doing. He was like, that man hit the ground. He was about to, oh shit. He said, let me go to sleep for 3 seconds and get back up.
But no, like, going back on a culture thing too of like LeBron, Kobe, and Michael, right? Mm-hmm. The culture that Michael Jordan created, I want to be like Mike. Like niggas was really balling. The culture that Kobe had his own shot. Niggas in the hood was like Kobe every time we shoot.
Yeah,
the paper
nobody
ball.
be like LeBron.
Like what culture is LeBron? You know,
I mean, no,
putting out there other than foul culture and learning the rules culture. Like what culture basketball wise? I'm not seeing that.
I feel like he did contribute to some stuff.
Tell me.
I mean, I feel like the biggest or the players that contribute the most to basketball is Kobe, because you got to think mentality, Mamba mentality, all of that.
Exactly.
Jordan just like, he was just greatness. Like
winning
nobody
attitude,
seen nothing like
domination
like that.
Attitude. He started that.
I think LeBron is starting to contribute like the importance of longevity.
20 years
and taking
later.
care of your body.
20 plus years later.
And also,
that's the sad part though. He's starting that conversation when it's like, is that really a conversation that we need to be talking about? A longevity conversation after 20 years, bro? Like,
he has contributed super teams and that fouling, like crying shit. But he has contributed a lot to the game when you talk about, he's a good leader. And he got great IQ. He's a good leader on the court. Like
he's one of the best basketball players to ever play
I feel like he has the best IQ.
Right. He's one of the best basketball players to ever play the game. I'm not taking that away, but I'm saying the culture that he started is not, when you talk about the game of basketball, right? When you talk about a Dawn Staley, when she talks about basketball, she doesn't just talk about Gamecock basketball. She talks about the game of women's basketball. When the UCLA coach, when she won,
Corey Close.
Right. When she won this year, she wasn't just talking about how it was the first time for her program to win, but she was talking about what it meant for the sport of women's basketball. So when you talk about LeBron, yeah, he's one of the best basketball players to ever play the game.
But he doesn't talk about elevating the game.
No, I ain't saying he don't talk about it, but I'm saying when we talk about the contribution that he's made to the game of basketball, what does that look like? And I can't answer that.
Because I was going to say...
Go ahead. What I can point to is foul culture, super teams, and flop culture.
I think he did well. Super teams, not like
teams.
And trading people in the middle of the season. Lead GM.
He started super teams.
Because I was like trading damn near your whole team. Not damn near your whole team, but he traded a lot of people.
And that
in
culture.
The middle of the season. I'm like, come on now.
Exactly.
And it's like, sometimes you gotta like, you're great, right? LeBron is a great player, like top 2 in my opinion. Right?
Yeah, sure.
You gotta hold them accountable, because like, win with the team you have. Like, this is what Jordan did. This is what Kobe did. It wasn't like all your players was ass.
Exactly.
We knew about your players on the team the same way we knew about Pippen and Rodman with Jordan. The same way we knew about Fisher and Paul Gasol with Kobe, and Kobe had Shaq. All of that. It wasn't like LeBron had like his players wasn't ass.
Exactly.
So like
Michael Jordan didn't get beat by fucking Magic Johnson and go join up with Larry Bird,
Yeah.
or Clyde Drexler, or whoever else, or Dennis Rodman and the Pistons and all these other niggas.
Yeah.
He
Because
stayed
literally
at the
after LeBron did that, with then KD, it made it seem like KD was okay, and then KD's one of the greats too.
KD was
in
top
my opinion.
player in the league. When
he went to Curry, and Curry was on the rise. Curry was a top player at the time. But going back to that, the third player I said who contributes the most to the game is Curry.
No, he does.
Nobody
it went from Kobe to Curry.
Yeah, exactly, and everybody shoots threes now.
Exactly.
Nobody. You got people in high school. Fast break. They ain't going for the dunk. They find a reason to pull that shit back. The defense ain't catch up to you. Now the defense catch up to you. You shoot the three thinking you Steph Curry, nigga. You ain't Steph Curry. Now you airball.
But what do y'all think? Kobe, Jordan, or who was it? Michael
Jordan, Kobe, LeBron.
Yeah, Jordan,
start
Kobe,
bench
LeBron.
cut. I would say Jordan, LeBron, Kobe.
Y'all know who I got. Every matchup that LeBron had with Kobe, he lost. So, let me know what y'all think. But for my start bench cut, I'm going to go with what makes a player more marketable, right? So, the first one I'm going to go with is controversy. Second one you got to go with is personality. And then the third one is just aesthetics, how this person plays. When you talk about a Michael Jordan, right? Air Jordan, this,
okay.
all of that. So,
what was the first one?
Controversy.
I'm gonna cut controversy. Cause that just started happening. All that shit.
Did it though?
Well, no, not really. But
Kobe and Shaq.
Well, yeah, you're right. But I feel
Michael Jordan and gambling. Magic Johnson and AIDS.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But no, go ahead. Start bench cut. What you got?
But I'm gonna still cut controversy.
Okay.
I feel what was the aesthetics?
Controversy, personality, and aesthetics.
Personality. Actually, do I want to cut personality instead? Because I feel like SGA has a good personality. Luka has a good personality, but Kyrie has a good personality. Ant has a good personality. Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, Asia Wilson, they all got good personalities, but I don't think that's what made them.
Right.
So I'm going to cut personalities.
Okay.
I'm going to start. What was the other one?
Aesthetics.
Okay, I'm going to start aesthetics, bench controversy, and cut personalities.
Okay.
Because I think personalities really don't matter. Because you can have a great personality off the court. I feel like that shit don't matter.
I agree.
I feel like controversy bench because there's a lot of controversy right now, especially in the WNBA.
But
I'm not,
so you say controversy,
person.
Personality, and aesthetics.
Yeah, but I was just saying going back, she was a starting point guard on one of the best teams last year, and just because she spoke out on her political view,
she don't matter no more.
Yeah, basically. And I'm like, that is freaking crazy.
So is that why you throwing out personality or which one you doing for that? Why is that?
Huh?
Which one does that
That's really controversy.
And that's why you bench it?
Yeah.
Okay. Why you
but I feel because that shit don't matter to me. I feel like people don't care. And I only say I benched controversy because of that Natasha Cloud thing. Kyrie Irving, you get more light. And then, I feel like now someone's either going to pick, they're going to either get her, but I feel like she's being blackballed almost because she has a political
It's two
view.
sides of controversy. It could be good or it could be bad.
Yeah, because
for a person like Colin Kaepernick, controversy was not good for him. But for a person like Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, controversy was actually beneficial to them. But that's because the media narrative around them was positive, chose to be positive rather than be negative. So
and also
it's up to the powers that be.
When the football player Nick Bosa, he had on the Make America Great hat. whatever
Right.
MAGA had on, like, they didn't really say no shit. Like, he
Right.
didn't get banned.
And then you
So-
say aesthetics, why?
I mean, as a fan of sports, like, that's what we watch. Like, that's what we watch
True.
sports for the
True.
aesthetics. Like, we want to see you do that. Like, that's why you're the athlete, because I can't do that shit.
Oh, God.
I can't dunk. I can't do the shit y'all be doing. That's why I like watching it. Cause
Facts. I agree. I agree with everything.
Yep.
Because I feel
Last
like
one.
niggas could have no personality and that shit just like, you still gonna be in the fucking commercial.
Like Kawhi.
Exactly.
Kawhi probably has a personality, like, when the cameras are...
But not media-wise. Everybody has a
Media-wise,
personality.
yeah, but, like, he's still good.
But
like,
a marketable personality? Not everybody has a marketable personality.
but Kawhi is still fun to watch. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Aesthetics matter because, like, the defense he plays is good. Like,
I'm with you.
the shots he makes...
We're here.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said personality don't matter. Because,
Yeah.
like, you got someone like a Kawhi Leonard. You got someone like a Marshawn Lynch.
Exactly.
Nigga, I'm just here to get...
So
I don't get fined. Like,
yeah. And that shit
but
became
you
like,
play good. Like, that shit don't matter.
that's like the staple of his whole career now. So like,
Yeah, that shit don't matter for real. But yeah, that's it for Start Bench Cut. Last icebreaker.
the last game of the day.
Overreaction or fear. So this one is gonna be really quick.
Yeah, we ain't gonna take up too much more time. So
So basically, I'm gonna say a statement. Demario say overreaction or fear. There's no explanation, and then we're gonna actually get into the question.
what we
Finally.
got? What we got? Dang, this is supposed to be rapid fire and you forgot.
Oh yeah, because I lost where I was supposed to be at. Okay, 1.
2.
No,
Oh, go ahead.
what we counting for? Like, what?
All right, go ahead, man.
The regular season matters less than people want to admit. Like, meaning, like, the play, like, everything starts to matter when they get the playoffs.
Overreaction.
Really?
I don't think the regular season matters that much.
Yeah, that means fair.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Yeah, so the regular seasons matters less
Gotcha.
than people want to admit.
Fair.
Okay.
All right. Overtime is almost always better than a blowout, even if the game is sloppy.
Fair.
Okay.
A great coach matters more than a great player in building a winner.
Overreaction.
Okay.
A player talking trash makes the game better almost every time. A player talking trash makes the game better almost every time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, fair.
This nigga said, yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's like,
Yeah, like.
remember that video?
What?
Spell whatever. You sure you right? Yeah, I know I right. I know I fucking right.
All
Nigga
right.
said, yeah.
That ain't this.
right,
But the biggest threat to sports is not NIL. It is greed at every level.
That's more than fair. That's like
We not
truth.
explaining. So continue.
Highlights have ruined people's attention span for full games.
Overreaction.
Okay. Not what I expected, but okay.
Overreaction.
Next.
March Madness is the best playoff format in sports. So like the one and done. Instead of the series.
Overreaction.
Really?
Yes.
It's an overreaction? The one and done?
We're not explaining, remember?
Wow. Really? You don't think the one and done is the best? Because, like, you got to put it all on the floor.
Overreaction.
Because, like, with a series, okay. I feel like with a series, okay. Whatever.
Natural fans are secretly... Oh, shit. I can't read either. Neutral fans
Ooh.
are secretly
I don't think that's as bad as, what did I say, political?
Something.
I don't even know.
Something. Neutral fans are secretly just haters with no jersey on.
Wait, say that again?
Neutral fans who's like, I don't like them or dislike them. I just like the player or whatever they say.
Oh, like they don't have a team, they just have a
Right.
player? So, like you.
I got a favorite team, nigga. What you talking about?
In the NBA?
Yes.
What?
Don't worry about that.
You don't have one.
Hey.
You have an NFL team. You don't
All
have
right,
an
just
NBA.
skip that question. Just go to yours.
Why are you skipping it?
Because nigga,
Let me see. What is
neutral
it?
fans are secretly just haters with no jersey on.
Haters?
Haters with no
Overreaction.
jersey on. Okay. Overreaction. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And I'm not saying that, but like, I mean, it's
you.
not that deep.
Okay. Next. Go to yours, bro.
Rings are the laziest way to judge players.
Ooh, that's fair. I never thought about it, but that's fair.
Okay.
Championship talk starts way too early in every sport.
Overreaction.
Oh, wow. Okay. Rapid fire. She's like, where was I?
Oh, you took one of mine. Okay.
Go ahead, bro.
Sports media cares more about narratives than truth.
Fair.
Okay.
Oh, you took mine.
I took yours?
No, I'm just playing. Some sports opinions only exist because people are scared to look biased. You don't even understand the question.
What?
You see some sport opinions only because they don't want to look like they're biased towards a team.
Fair. This one. You got one more, right?
Two more. Go ahead.
Okay, well, this is my last one because you took one of mine. College athletes were never amateurs, and NIL just exposed it.
Fair.
Okay.
A comeback is more fun than dominance, even when the better team loses.
Fair.
Some teams are built to go viral and not to win.
Built to go viral?
Yeah.
And built not to win? What?
Some teams are built to go viral and not built to win.
And not built to win? Yeah, overreaction.
Okay.
Yeah, overreaction. That don't even make sense to me.
That's like Odell Beckham on the Giants. We know these niggas been trash for how long, but like because he made that one catch, like we going to go see the Giants now. They not really built to win, but shit. Everybody want to go see a touchdown and they see this motherfucker dance.
Oh, so like viral as in the player, but the team suck.
Yes.
Like Shador Sanders.
Yes.
Because like people want to support Shador, but the Cleveland Browns suck.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh. I mean, honestly, that is actually... Can I change my answer?
Sure.
I think that is fair, especially like if you think about the Shador Sanders situation. Because like who the fuck... I've never watched the Cleveland Browns ever.
Okay. Got it. Got your answer. Now...
Until Shador Sanders got on it.
All right. And now we're going to just move into the question.
So the icebreakers were fun. It did take a little bit longer this episode. But now let's get into the primary question. You guys know we start with the primary question and then we go into secondary questions kind of to answer, the primary question.
Yeah. So for the first, well, not first, but like
the primary question.
The primary question that we're going to be asking is NIL making college sports more fair, or is it more transparent about how the system always was? So that's what we're asking today. So in order to answer that question, just starting out to kind of give everybody a little bit of feedback on, just NIL, sports culture, collegiate levels, and all that stuff. Who owns the NCAA? And like, why is that important for the people to know?
So the people who are not sports fans or
Dang,
like...
that girl was ready to answer that shit, boy.
No. Listen. It's...
Like, I'm very excited to talk about this.
Okay. The NCAA is the National Collegiate Athletic Association, and the NIL is the name, image, likeness. So now, college athletes are allowed to get paid for their name, their image, and their likeness, which they didn't before. So nobody really owns the NCAA. It's not like... Who owns Facebook?
Mark Wahlberg.
It's not like a
Zuckerberg.
Mark Wahlberg is an actor in
I was rapid firing, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
Well, okay, so...
Zuckerberg, yes.
Mark Zuckerberg owns Facebook. Elon, he owns Tesla, things like that. It's not like that. So what it is, it's a non-profit association that is made up of the schools and the conferences.
Yeah.
And so the members of that association votes on things like rules and other things like that, so the season can run smoothly. And then the second part of the question was, why is that important when talking about NIL? So Demario, I kind of want you, because you have the background, political science, so like
I'm crying
about the laws and stuff,
Yeah.
and things like that. Kind of touch what the Sherman Antitrust Act is, and why is that important, and things like that.
Yeah, but I mean, even before that, just to finish the question, right? Why is it important to understand who owns the NCAA? Because, like you said, right, it's not owned by anybody specifically, but it's an organization that is a collective from the schools that participate in NCAA sports, right?
Exactly.
And so the reason that that's important is because it's an organization by the very teams themselves. So like you hear throughout the season, whether you're watching basketball, football, or whatever sports you might be looking at, a lot of times you hear coaches or just people say it's up to the NCAA, or it's up to the organization to choose. But at the same time, what people have to understand is that the same organization that we're talking about of like, oh, schools are not doing this for the students, those schools are the people that's actually voting on these boards. While it may be different people, these people are tied to these organizations. And so that's why it's important to know that they are connected and not, independent people or independent whatever that don't have interest, because the ties themselves, right? Having ties to the school makes it biased. Like that's just what it is. And that gets into the Sherman Act and all of that stuff. So what the Supreme Court ruling was about when they started, the NIL structures and things like that, was because they were already operating as a business, but yet it was unfair to the college athletes, because on the one end it was about being a student athlete, but on the back end it was NCAA reaping all the benefits financially, but the students wasn't. And the argument was, student first, amateurism, and all of these different things.
And that they're getting paid through getting a free education, having access to the study labs for free that regular students pay for, and their tuition fee, having access to the technology, the books, and all of that.
And what the Supreme Court was really getting at was like, you can't sit here and make rules that are contrary to okay, you're not trying to support the students and you're saying that this is for the sport, but at the same time you're only benefiting the school and the NCAA, because the school is profiting, the school and the NCAA is profiting financially, but the students, they're not benefiting at all, right? Like they're playing D1 basketball, D1 football, or whatever sport they're playing, and traveling all over the world on a whole different timeline base. This is really a job. But then when they go home on summer break, spring break, or whatever it is, they go back. And I'm not saying everybody has a poor story or sad story, but a lot of these kids come from rough areas, and so they go back home, right, and they don't have nowhere to sleep. They go back home sleeping on the couch. They go back home sleeping in a 1-bedroom apartment with three siblings, 4 siblings, or whatever it looks like. Right? That's not, is that fair to the students? No. Right? And that's part of why, the Supreme Court looked at it and was like, hey, this is unfair for the students, but you two as an organization, NCAA and college level sports are, collaborating on limiting the students and what they can do, but you're not, doing that for yourselves. And that's why, that's what the Sherman Act kind of prohibits. So.
Yeah, so I'm gonna break that down so people can really understand the logic behind why the Supreme Court, So the Sherman Antitrust Act, basically businesses should compete, not secretly work together to control prices and prices, wages, or opportunities. And then I broke it down like to understand it, kind of to really relay it back to you guys, but you can do your own research. But this is how I broke it down so I could understand it. So when we came on here and talk about it, I wasn't sounding like dumb. So first I broke it down to no agreements that restrain competition. So basically the businesses that are working together, which for the NCAA was the schools and the conferences working together, they cannot agree together to limit competition. And what they were doing was basically limiting the athletes. Right?
Right.
Would you
Athletes
agree?
didn't have the ability to go to different schools like what you see today in the
And
transfer
speak to
portal.
brands, like get the money from the brands. That
Exactly.
would the brands would sponsor the school,
Yeah.
not the athlete. They would sponsor Alabama because they have all those good players. They would
Exactly.
sponsor like a UConn women's basketball because they had all the good players, or South Carolina Gamecocks, like that. So if schools agree together to limit what athletes can receive, that can be seen as restricting competition for athlete labor. And so that's what I think along the lines what the Supreme Court was thinking.
Yeah, it gives an unfair advantage to the schools, and it doesn't give any leverage to the kids at all. So what the Supreme Court did was tip the scale in an effort to make it more fair.
And then the second part I broke it down to basically no monopolies or abuse of power, which clearly
Right.
they did.
But this is a new word that I didn't even know about. The NCAA agreed with the Supreme Court that they operate as a monopoly. And that's just
a
monopoly. Yeah.
Okay.
Monopoly is when you have one major seller. A monopoly, or whatever the fuck it's called, is when you have one buyer. The NCAA is the buyer. The businesses is the schools, right? And the employees are the student athletes.
Okay.
Because the NCAA is the only organization that operates. There's no NCAA .2, right? So,
or NCAA.
Right. So
yeah. But the other part I broke it down into is no monopolies or abuse of power. But we just learned a new word, y'all.
I'm crying.
But basically, I got that. Basically, the NCAA cannot control a market and abuse that control, which they were doing because they were abusing it by taking all the money, even though the players were,
Right. And they were doing this for generations upon generations upon generations. But now that we kind of like explain what the stuff is about, just getting a little bit deeper into the question, I'll start by asking you, what was it like before the Supreme Court stepped in and did what they did? Like, how was like life for student athletes before?
I think you kind of touched that a little bit. Like, they would go back home to less fortunate situation. I feel like a lot of people who didn't receive those NIL opportunities kind of stated that, and that was their argument as well. But like, I remember this kid from Tennessee. Well, not kid, because he's about the same age as me now. But basically, he was like the star point guard for Tennessee. And I believe his home burnt down. And like, basically, like, that's a lot to go through, like, your family back at home. And he had siblings, right? Your home burnt down. Your mom is stuck with these kids. And you still got to go out and perform, basically.
Facts. And
you're not getting nothing for it. So luckily, I think, some fans of the University of Tennessee, and I feel like some of the, like, how schools have boosters, contribute money and put it together to donate money so his family can get a home.
Right, so they can make something.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but like, if he had that NIL and doing the stuff like getting paid like you do in a professional, he couldn't handle
Yeah.
that on his own. Not saying that Tennessee players shouldn't do that. I mean, the Tennessee boosters shouldn't do that at all.
Right.
But
And also, like,
go ahead.
I don't mean to step in, but like, you know, a lot of people when they hear NIL, they think of like, oh, it's just name, image, and likeness. Not every player is a star player, but also like, there's 3 tiers to what NIL actually covers, right? Like, a part of NIL is collective sharing. So like, all players on the court get access to money, and I think that's what people got to understand too. Like, every player in this collective sharing is making money, right? And I mean, like, it's being argued a little bit nowadays. I think I saw something recently about like, you know, NCAA is looking into how collective sharing is being like put out, but you know, that's also like just a part of like what came out of this ruling also. So that's
Yeah.
important to understand.
When you think about when they graduated, right, and if they didn't make pros, right,
Exactly.
they, even though most college students got to do that who are not athletes, they have to start navigating real life.
Right.
Athletes kind of, they give their all to the sport and they still have to be a student at the same time. We thought just being a student is a lot. I think being an athlete and then, you know,
Being
people
broke.
athlete being broke, you know, you're spending hours a day getting up at 5, practicing, still got to be on top of your schoolwork. That's a lot. And then fans, like, especially with social media, like, you have to hear it from the fans, and that could affect your mental health. So like, they were going out with nothing. And a degree is cool, but like, you got to think, they probably do, and they you know, they had connections and networking and stuff, but like, they didn't have the opportunity to network, like go to career fairs and stuff like that, like we did as students, because we had more free time.
Exactly.
So and also, you've been an athlete so long and so
Ingrained.
and yeah, to a structure, into a program, it's like now you don't have that structure no more, and it's just like you're left with nothing. They didn't give you nothing for that. Like, you went out and on Saturday afternoon, or you went out on a Sunday evening for basketball or swimming, tennis, whatever you did, and you didn't get paid for it, and now you got to go, and but the school's still making the money. The school's good, but now you got players
Facts.
that don't have anything, and I think it's not fair.
And what's even more important to understand, people really look at it and they say like, oh, these kids are making so much money. But bruh, they're only getting 22% of what the school is actually bringing in. That's small. So the school and the NCAA is splitting 75% of what the school is bringing in from these sports. That's insane. So
it's $1 billion industry.
imagine exactly how much money is actually going into this stuff, and not just now, but how much money has been going into this, you know, industry. And so like, when you look at like, this is new, like 2022, 24, something around this time, right? This stuff is very new. So understanding that aspect of it, like, these people are way ahead of the curve, but yet they only giving them 22%.
And went into effect July 1st, 2021.
Okay, 2021. So like I'm saying, like, and that's what we've seen throughout history, right? And I'm not even gonna put that on capitalism, but that's just like what we've seen throughout history in general, of like, there's a new industry that, you know, pops up on the scene, and then people get greedy and they start using like just different mechanisms to stay afloat and not do the right thing, right? And then the government doesn't catch up until 100 years later, 50 years later, and that's when they come in with policies and court rulings that, you know, avoid that stuff. But the damage is already done, right? Like, they're saying like, oh, you gotta back pay the students from however long ago, but those students not getting interest. That $1 billion industry that this school and the NCAA was able to accrue, there's no interest on that, right? But when you owe back taxes on the government, you got to pay interest in that, right? And so I just think it's kind of crazy when like people are talking about like how these students shouldn't be getting paid, when one, if you ever went to college, you should understand what it's like to be a broke college person.
Student.
You're like
Yeah.
that's just the reality of being in college too. That's
Mhm.
not even like saying like everybody has a story, but like most college students are broke, right?
Yeah.
And so add that on to the fact that you're waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning every day. You're going to practice and you're
Going to
sun
2,
up
3 workouts
exactly
a day.
sun up to
Yeah.
sundown. That's your sport,
Mhm.
period, right? And so like I think people like to look down on the kids a little bit, and not like in a negative sense of like,
Mhm.
oh, I'm better than you, but like kind of just in the sense of like they're kids and they just see them as kids, and so
Mhm.
they kind of look at it like I want to support you, or I think you should just worry about an education, or you shouldn't be thinking about nothing outside of school and sports, or whatever the case may be. Like kind of like how you explained with the guy with the house that burned down, right?
Mhm.
People jumped in on like helping him,
Mhm.
right? But and you can argue this, but like a lot of times people help people because they feel like people need them, right? Like, oh, you don't have no other source of like getting things done, so I'm gonna help.
Mhm.
But like for these kids that's making money, a lot of times people, if a situation like that happens today, nobody's gonna really like help because they're gonna look at the situation like, oh, you got the money already, so what am I like? You don't need me,
Mhm.
right? So I think like that's also why people look at the NIL deals a certain way too, because they're like, oh, you're worried about stuff like you're just worried outside of school. You're not concerned about the education. You're not concerned about the sports anymore. It's all about the money, which
Mhm.
is understandable, but
When
that
is it
doesn't
not about the money,
right. But like
right?
that doesn't justify why we shouldn't be paying these kids for like what they do.
Because they sacrifice a lot. Like,
Exactly.
you got to think they play on Christmas breaks, they play on Thanksgiving breaks because you have tournaments and stuff like that, or just games where they miss that time with their family.
Exactly.
And they at one time they wasn't getting paid for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, where professional leagues and professional players, they get paid on Christmas Day games, Thanksgiving Day games. These athletes don't, but they're putting in the same effort as the professionals. So.
Facts. But that leads me into the question I wanted to ask you was how has the NIL changed the day to day for like kids or college students per se? Like how has it changed the experience being a college student?
They ain't broke.
I'm
Shoot.
crying.
Like, they driving nice cars now, I mean, they're the
Nice houses. I just saw somebody on TikTok
nice
post a nice
houses,
house.
like, but they also have they're also receiving what they earned.
Right.
So I feel like contributing to the sport and getting up 5 o'clock in the morning means more now because they're getting paid for it. So it's not like, oh, I gotta get up 5 o'clock in the morning. It's like, okay, my bank account looking good, so I could get up 5 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like, it makes them want to stay in the sport because a lot of athletes talk about how they lose love for the sport.
Yeah.
No matter it's about like depending on if it's the coaches or they're not getting as much playing time as they used to in high school. Mental health challenges like all college students go through, not even just athletes, but just people in general. But now you have, I mean, money. They say money don't make happiness, but shit,
Money good.
shit, it do something.
Hey.
But also they're able to make generational wealth. They have like so much opportunities now that they didn't have because it's like once you graduated, you out on your own like the rest of us. Like,
Yeah.
you gotta go get you graduated with your degree, you gotta figure out life. And I feel like as a student athlete, which I wasn't one, but just as a student athlete, you are so structured compared to the regular college student. I mean, regular college students are structured because they have a schedule as well, but like mandatory meetings, mandatory study hall, like you had that structure for the past 4-5 years of your life, and then it's like you're out on your own.
Yep.
And they don't necessarily have to lean on their degree anymore. They have money. Like, they don't have, I mean, some people do because they enjoyed what they got their degree in, but now it's not, it's not kind of like a burden on them.
Right.
And then like, you have one and dones. You had one and dones. You had, people trying to get to the league because they know they were getting paid. You don't have that anymore because of NIL. And it's actually a good thing because now players are staying to get their degree. And so they have something to fall back on if they get injured. Not only the money, but they have the degree if they wanted to expand whatever they do. Also, and that's a proof, like, okay, what I'm about to say is proof that some people rush their college experience as an athlete to go get money in the pros because you see a lot of these guys in the G League coming back to college. Like, it was this one dude,
J.R. Smith went back to college in like 2021 too, right?
Oh, for golf?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. I thought that's because I didn't even think of that. But
shit, I might go back to college too.
You already are. No, but basically, on the transfer portal thing on Instagram, how they show like who's moving where. That thing said, I said, huh? First I thought it was like, one of the meme pages and stuff, but it said Miami Heat, New York Knicks, Texas A&M. And I was like, wait a minute. But they are allowing these players to come back. And that's going to shift a whole lot because a lot of these coaches are not recruiting from the high school level no more.
Right.
They're getting the transfer portal of G League players coming back.
But that can only last for so long. That's not going to be like for everything.
That's not going to be for everything, but like...
Because those are the people that like still have eligibility that left early.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, a lot of the people is not leaving early no more. They're staying. So like after a certain period of time, once everybody's eligibility runs out, they have to go to the high schools regardless. So investment, and I think it already is, but investment is going to have to creep into the high schools now, and it's going to creep into the middle schools.
Kind of like what's that show we watch with produced by Kevin Durant, Swagger, yeah. How the guy, he was giving them shoe deals and stuff at a they were in high school and for travel ball. So that is going to start happening. Because they're going to try to that's going to be the way of recruiting.
It's going to be a larger scale because I think it's already happening. So it's going to be a larger scale. But I think like people love a sob story, and that's people love a sob story. They don't like that whole idea of like you made it successful because people like the NBA.
So like they like a narrative,
right? Like basically the NBA, WNBA, like these things have become like the pinnacle of success, right? And so like they look at it as if like, oh, college, that should just be like you getting it out the mud. When like, no, bro, like you bring in so much revenue, which they don't understand the business aspect of it, but like the reality is like, bro, they bring in so much revenue. Like why should they not? Why should they not be getting money? They shouldn't have to be.
It's giving slave. That's what it's giving.
It shouldn't have to be a sob story just because you want it to be. Like, cool, but no, that's not how that works. But that brings me to my next question I was going to ask you of like, why is it that we put much more pressure on the students than we do on the kids? Because we also see it in the transfer portal. A Malaysia Fuali gets more flack than a Deion Sanders
or Lane Griffin.
Exactly, for changing schools, right? We defended Deion for transferring schools because we're like, oh, it's for the betterment, whatever you want to say, right? But in Malaysia Fuali, we're like, oh, loyalty is gone, and all this stuff. So it's like, why do we do that?
I think that's what it's been built on, right? That's what we started with at the beginning of the episode, how people were told, not only the school athletes, but also like the fans, it's about the loyalty, it's about the pride, and it's not about that anymore. It's about the money. But it's also about what's the best fit for you, right? And I think the players have that power now because the money is there, if that makes sense. So like, like you said, when we were talking earlier, you said that a lot of in women's basketball, they hit the NIL just to see and to show the school
They hit
that
the portal.
I mean,
Mhm.
yes, thank you. They hit the transfer portal because like you know, I know my value, right? For example, Kamora Johnson. She plays for Virginia. Um and she knew the performance she had in March Madness. These players know the performances they had that put them in a bigger light when they were on a bigger stage. And she ended up staying in Virginia, but like I'm pretty sure, like we don't know this for sure because I'm sure all that stuff is confidential unless they decide to speak about it. But I'm pretty sure because she was getting recruited by Dawn, and Dawn played for Virginia too, and Dawn needs a guard now. Well, she needs a point guard. She's a really good point guard. She lost Raven and she lost Tanaya. I mean, she still has some good guards there too, but with that Virginia connection and then her performance in March Madness, she was trying to see, okay, we know South Carolina got money to keep good players, but Virginia, are you going to pay me? So like,
Using that as leverage.
Yeah, I'm not saying that that's what she did, but I mean, that's what players can do now.
I'm sure that's what they do.
So they have more leverage, meaning they can control how much they can get paid. And with the 75 or 78% that the NCAA still makes, and the players only make up 22%, it's only going to get better for them. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to start playing these players more. I mean, paying these players more. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think that, yeah. And I think coaches like with Deion Sanders, they don't need to be held to players don't need to be held to a better standard than coaches.
Because even with I also saw with Deion Sanders, right? Like this thing, it went viral, right? Like he charges for missed practices, he charges for late practices, he charges for being on your phone or not doing good educationally wise, like all of these different things. How can we normalize that, right? For the students, but how do we hold coaches accountable? If you don't win a certain amount of games, do you lose some of your money?
Well, first,
if you don't coach proper, like, you know what I'm saying? Like how, like, why are we trying to hold students to a much higher standard just because we're giving them what they deserve or what they earn?
So first, I kind of want to finish the other question that you asked. Well, I guess this is going into the question that you asked, but I mean, Deion Sanders left for a higher pay. Same as the coach from Ole Miss that went to LSU. He left for higher pay. I don't think, and that's been happening, like coaches been doing that. But I feel like honestly the players shouldn't be held to a standard like that. Like they can do whatever they want at the end of the day. Like, and what are the fans gonna do about it besides talk shit? Like that's all they did with the coaches anyway. Like they didn't really do anything. So I mean, do what you want to do. Like you have the leverage, you have the freedom. Do it. Like you're not held by the system anymore because NIL, you're not held. You don't have no type of restraint. Do what you want to do. Now, I think Deion did that more because guys did get the NIL and got the money and got paid because they were being lazy now. They didn't have nothing, like, because they have the money, it's like I don't gotta work to go to the pros anymore. I don't gotta work hard. So I think that's why Deion put that that
money to it.
Yeah, right. Money to it because players lost kind of that
love for the game.
Love because the money kind of hinder that. You know what I'm saying? So how do
we protect the game while also making sure that we protect these players?
Well, first you talked about the coaches, right? And like coaches are not held to that same standard, but they are. Because coaches get fired, right? Coaches get fired all the time. All the time. They get fired in the middle of the season. So let's not say coaches don't get held to a standard if they don't produce the numbers, because Penn State coach got fired in the middle of the season. Like, it happens all the time. So let's not say that. Now, when we talking about moving schools, yes, but they also do get, coaches are held accountable for results. To protect that, I don't even know yet. I mean, what Deion Sanders is kind of smart. I'm not gonna lie.
So we should be charging players for missed practices and not playing and all of that stuff. You agree with that?
I do, because
Okay.
I do. I think just because you get the money, that doesn't mean lower your effort. Because we're paying you for what you've done for free. That doesn't mean we're paying you for less. We're paying you for what you did.
But I think that would just normalize, like now we can penalize the students.
Mm-hmm.
It takes away the leverage because now we can penalize the students for not showing up in the way that we want them to, right? But then we're still going to use the students as a pawn to get more tickets to raise the ticket prices. Because say for example, we did LeBron, like let's just say for hypothetically,
Mm-hmm.
LeBron went to college,
Mm-hmm.
right? That would have brought Ohio State so much like tickets and revenue and all of that stuff, right? So now he's sitting on the bench because he doesn't meet the qualifications or expectations of what they've set.
Mm-hmm.
But people are still going to come to the game and hope that LeBron gets in. That's just how it works. Because people still go to an NBA game not knowing who's going to sit in or who's going to sit out, and still hope that like that person will get in.
I don't think that's how that works. Like, I understand where you coming from, but I don't think that's how that works. Just because you're getting paid doesn't mean you put in the same effort. That's like work.
I didn't say that.
No, I'm just saying, like, you're saying people are going to still see LeBron, but like at the end of the, yes, he brings the money in, but if you're not putting in the same effort everybody else is, I don't think you should get paid.
Right, and I'm not disagreeing with you, but I'm saying it opens up the door
Mm-hmm.
for the school and for the NCAA to get even more leverage, because now they can take that and use that negatively to say you're not meeting our expectations, and so we're going to take this or take that. It's just too much control.
I think you're talking about results, right? Getting paid for your results. That's up to the coach, right?
Charging his kids for missing practices,
Mm-hmm.
being late at practices.
Mm-hmm.
That's an expectation as a student athlete.
Mm-hmm.
So when I say expectations,
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying that piece of it.
Mm-hmm.
Not we expect you to go and score 30 points a game.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And you said that's something that you agree with, was charging kids for being late to games, late to practices, not showing up, not meeting the expectations as a student athlete.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So then I shifted the conversation and I said,
Mm-hmm.
I disagree. And I said, I disagree because it opens up the door for the schools and for the NCAA to then make rules and stipulations and expectations as student athletes while still profiting from student athletes. So it takes away, it opens up the door for the student athletes to then, not continue not getting paid while the school and NCAA continues to get paid.
That's how it always works.
It takes away the leverage that the students have.
That's
saying.
how it always worked.
Right, but that's what we're talking
You
about.
just got your scholarship taken away, or you got cut from the team. That's how it always worked. But like, you won't lose money if you just cooperate. Like, it's not like they're losing money. Their decisions cost. So if you want to miss practice, okay,
I
cool.
agree. I just feel like there should be stipulations to it.
Mm-hmm.
It shouldn't just be, this is what it is, and now you lost money.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'm saying, like, that's too much control.
So you're saying, like, basically players will start calculating how much money they can lose without attending meetings, attending this, attending that.
I mean, not necessarily. I'm just saying, when we talk about NCAA as an organization, when we talk about the schools as an organization and how much control they have over the product and over the actual, employees and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that, like, expectation piece of it gives back a lot of the control that was given to the students through NIL and through collective sharing and through what's the other one? Not trade deadline, but what's it called?
Transfer
Transfer
portal.
portals. That's what I'm getting at.
I think at the end of the day,
I
because
agree, honestly.
no, listen.
But
Go ahead.
no, I'm saying I agree,
hmm
but I just think there should be stipulations just because of that piece of it.
And I'm sure that's coming, right? I think that's coming because this is still very new. So I think that'll come as things grow. Um, but like a business, like everyday life, like regular, like you have to do your job. You know what I'm saying? Like there's always gonna be expectations. Like yes, I'm gonna get paid. Yes, I can get a raise at my job, but I have to do the job. When I get a raise, I can't half-ass it. Same thing, like they're getting what they deserve. They still can't half-ass it. You understand what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
And like, if we're doing like, and maybe I sound like I'm going on the NCAA side now because I really root for the athletes, but I think, you know, it's a job now. It's your job to like, and it's not like they're getting paid. They're getting paid millions. Well, not all.
Hundreds of thousands.
Hundreds of thousands. They're making a salary more than middle class. You're making more than a middle class salary, right? So I think expectations shouldn't be an issue, but it probably will be. And it's not easy to, like, once they sign that contract, you have to pay them money. So I mean, I agree that it's going to be an issue and there needs to be things talked about it, but it'll be talked about.
But I think that's the question that that's the question I asked you that started this whole conversation.
Mm-hmm.
How do we protect the students but also protect the game? We can leave that open in the air and we can just, ask the audience.
I feel like that's, I feel like
it's a hard one.
That's a hard one because, I mean, you see what Deion's doing. I don't disagree. But I feel like, you know how you calculate in a class, like, okay, I need to make this grade. Like, and it determines how much you study. I think players are going to start doing that too. So I think, and maybe this already is a thing though. Like it's somewhere in their contract, like, or whatever the case may be. But I mean, I'm gonna leave that one open.
Yeah. So
because
what do y'all think?
Yeah.
Let us know. That's really all I got.
Okay. So one more question I have, and it's off topic again. Do you think these people are jealous? Or you think people in general are jealous of these athletes? Or do you think they're seriously concerned when you talked about, to keep the game competitive and keep the sport alive and stuff like that?
I think it's a mix of all of it, honestly. Mm-hmm. I think some people look at it like, oh, they making more than I make, right? Because, I mean, state of South Carolina, I know them Gamecocks girls making more than a lot of these people down here. So I think it's a mixture of both, but I wouldn't say that's the majority of it, though. I think a lot of people are also concerned, because they making all of this money. And, they go to professional leagues, and a lot of them, the effort is lackadaisical for some of them. I ain't gonna sit here and say it's not. But also, like, a lot of money can lead to like your downfall too. So I think it's good concerns and bad concerns. It just depends on who we talking about.
And I feel like now people are more responsible with with their money because, because they see other people, I don't want to call them out,
right?
But other athletes or former athletes that kind of made the mistake and went bankrupt or used their money for drugs or addictions, whether it's betting or whatever the case may be. So, I mean, I think that what happened in the past with all those athletes kind of like, being irresponsible, I think that has taught a lot of these newer athletes to be responsible. Yeah. And that's why they have lawyers and financial advisors. So, Yeah.
I think that's also why it's important for people to just learn how to just move with the times. So many times we try to force ourselves to move back in the past. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So like,
Can you explain?
I mean, there's plenty of times where people like, I'm sure when the first car came out, motherfuckers were still trying to ride horses and shit. Like, I'm sure when the first like plane came out, motherfuckers were still out there riding on trains and shit, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
people try to stick to
What they know,
what they know.
and they're not open to
And a
change.
lot of times that's what leads to the detriment to generations
Mm-hmm.
because you don't want to move on with the times or keep up with the times,
Mm-hmm.
right? And that's a lot of things. Like we saw that in the military a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Old school military tried to stay to the old school military style,
Mm-hmm.
and that's not the way that the military was moving forward. So a lot of them didn't, pan out the way that they think it was gonna pan out.
Mm-hmm.
So I think people got to understand, like, stop trying to force these kids or force these student athletes
Mm-hmm.
back into
Kids is
I
crazy
know,
because
man.
you got some people
I know.
older than you still
I
playing
know.
college.
But I'm saying, like, stop trying to force these people back into a traditional way that did not benefit them.
Mm-hmm.
Let's actually talk about solutions that's going to help them.
And progressing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, we need to be putting more effort into making sure that they have programs to support them with the money that they have and not try to take it away from them.
Mm-hmm. Because of jealousy or because you didn't
Right.
get that opportunity.
Like, that's
Because
bullshit.
you're not bigger than the program. It's not about you. It's about progression for the ones who are next.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
that's what I think.
And I feel like like in society, like getting off of the NIL thing, like we're doing that now. Like you see a lot of people doing more content creating
Yep.
and things on social media than actually getting a 9 to 5.
Exactly.
Because that's where we're going into, where
Exactly.
AI is going to take jobs. People are going to have to become content creators because there's no jobs. Besides, the only jobs that I think will stay are trades. Like you still need a robot can't fix. Well, they might make that, but as of now, you still need people to build houses, plumbing, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
that's what we're shifting into.
Exactly, and this is kind of goes back to episode 1 where we talked about where the world is heading at in the next 5 to so years. So I mean, you're seeing it in this industry, but it's coming to every industry.
Yeah.
So
it's coming for every. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You said it right. So y'all, this episode was very fun. I think it was a good conversation, and I'm so happy that we have a sports episode as a sports fan. And was able to kind of like talk sports, but in a different. We wasn't talking about. I mean, we
highlights
did.
or nothing.
Yeah, we wasn't
Really
talking about
something
highlights
productive.
but something that is still important to know. And it's not all about this episode was about NIL, right? And it was about college athletes getting paid, but the whole purpose of this episode wasn't just, about college athletes getting paid. It's about what happens when people finally know their value, right? Because when people know their value, you start questioning who benefits from it when we're talking about the first and second episode. So, we're always going to leave y'all with a question or with some questions. So the questions we're leaving with you today is 1, where else are people participating in a system or systems they don't fully understand? Because that's when we talk about NIL, that's what happened. Like these college students didn't look into it.
Right.
At first, they just I get a free. They were content with what was given.
Yeah, they had to be.
Second, what changes? Sorry, y'all. What changes when people learn the law or their rights instead of just living under it? So now they're learning what they're capable of, and how the NCAA runs as a business and the excuses they try to come up with. How did that change sports? But how does that change in society when people, what does this law mean? What is these rights? Like, and I'm not just living under it, but now I'm curious what it means. And have I been living life the right way the whole time? Have I been missing out on any opportunities? And then last question, is fairness about rules or laws? Or who understands them? Again, is fairness about rules or laws? Or who understands them? So that's it for today, guys. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. Demario, go ahead and close us out.
Remember, the answer isn't the problem, it's the question.
Yes, please don't forget to click below and subscribe and follow all socials and support my man book and website. See y'all later.